Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kia and I like to read. Today we're doing a bit of a different video. I am going to be giving a 1-year Kindle update slash review. So I've now had my Kindle for just over a year. This is her. I haven't decorated it or anything. Sorry. Maybe I could do a video where I actually order some decorations and stuff to make it all fancy, because I know a lot of people get the clear cover, but then they'll get inserts for it, and you can get little charms and stuff to put in the charging hole, and little characters on top and stuff. I think that would be pretty cute, so maybe I could do a video like that. But yes, today I'm going to be giving a review on what it's like with my Kindle and my thoughts after a year. So we will jump straight into that. I have made some notes. I was making these notes last night. Let me collect them. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition 12th generation. I got it June last year on the Prime Day sales. So I got the screen protector, which it looks a little bit blue in the sun, but I don't mind that too much, with the clear plastic case and the Kindle, all for just under $287. That is Australian dollars. The pros. Biggest pro, obviously, portable book. So you can get pretty much any book that you want on here, and then you can just travel with it. I always take it to work, so I take this to work every day on my lunch breaks. Sometimes I'll read, sometimes in the car when I'm waiting for it to warm up, I'll be reading in my car. Before I go to sleep, I'll read. This really changed the game for me with reading. I feel like I read so much more now that I've got a Kindle than I did with the book, with physical books, because at night when you're laying in bed, you can have all the lights off, you've still got your Kindle with its because it has the light in the background of it, so you can still see what you're reading. Whereas obviously with a physical book, you've either got to have a lamp on, or you can get the little book lamps, but I just much prefer having this for when I'm trying to go to sleep. This has a long-lasting battery, so God, I've probably, in the last year that I've had this, I've probably charged it less than 5 times, and I use this a lot. So I charged this, I think just last weekend or the weekend before, and it's currently on 90% battery right now. So, and I read quite often. So another benefit, the screen looks like paper. It has it's e-ink is what it's called, so it's electronic ink, and which makes it look paper-like. So it's not like reading on an iPad or on your phone or anything like that, because of the actual technology in the Kindle. Makes it look like paper, which I think is really, really cool. Now you can change brightness on this. So if you're outside, because it's already so bright out there, you can turn the brightness right down. So I'll give an example. So I'll turn this brightness right down. So this is with no brightness. So you can still see it. It just looks like paper. Shiny paper because of the screen protector. Yeah. And then you can turn brightness all the way up. Sorry, so that was down, I swear. It's auto brightness, so, but then you can turn it all the way up. It's not really going to look too much different because we are indoors. You can also change the warmth. So see how it so if you're in bed and you don't want I guess a bright white light, you can change it to more yellow. Add a bit of warmth in there. You can change the font size as well, and the font. Yeah, so you can change what font it's on, which I think is pretty cool. So you've got a few different options there of the font. I've just got mine on the Bookily font. And you can change the boldness of it, the size. I like mine pretty small. I like mine to look like I'm reading from a physical book. And the spacing. You can also change the spacing. You can change the layout. So you've got like horizontal or landscape. So I believe, I've just got mine on this orientation, but I believe if I select that one, I can then read on the side. I've never actually tried that, but I think that's what it would do. And then you've got a bunch of settings in there as well of other things that you can change. So you can show the clock while you're reading. You can have like the book mentioned. There's just like a bunch of different settings that you can choose. So then you can choose your preferences. As well as down the bottom here. So it's optional what you have shown down here. So I like to have the time left in the book and the percentage of the way through the book that I am. But you can change that to be anything you want. If you just tap this, you can have nothing. You can have what page you're on, the time left in that chapter. But yeah, my favorite is the time left in the book. Now, when you tap, so when you're in your screen and you tap at the top, oh, it brings up more settings up there. So then you can also tap that one and it brings up the different chapters. So then if you wanted to, so there's been a few times where I've been reading something and I wanted to go back to the beginning of the book to check something. So you can actually just like scroll up, go to the front. You can start, like you can move to anywhere you want in the book. You can have annotations. You can, actually, that's really cool. Okay, so just as an example, I didn't even know that was a thing. If I just highlight a sentence and then I go to the top here and then I go to the annotations, now what I've just highlighted pops up under the annotations. So that's pretty sick. Funny sentence that I just highlighted too. I'm currently reading Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning. So I keep my Kindle in this little sleeve. My sister made this for me. I think it's really cute that you can get a lot of, there's so many different like cases, sleeves and things like that that you can get from Etsy, you can get from Amazon stores, there's a lot of options, but she made me this one, which I thought was really cute. I like it. So with the Kindle, you can get Kindle Unlimited, which is their subscription service where you have access to sort of any book. It's not any book, like some books on Amazon. So some authors don't like to have their books be released onto Kindle Unlimited. I don't know, I'm not too sure they go with it, but yes, so you have a wide range of books from Amazon on Kindle Unlimited. So Kindle Unlimited, I believe, is $13.99 a month. And yeah, I can just read any book that's on Kindle Unlimited. And there's so many. There's a lot of books on there. Otherwise, I know in some countries you can actually connect your Kindle to the library. So Libby is the app that you can use and you can connect it to your local library. In Australia, you can't do that. Libby doesn't have any of the Australian libraries that you can connect to. So upsetting, but it's fine, especially because I do go to the library all the time, but it's fine. It's all good. Well, I did also make a list of the cons with having a Kindle. Not that there's many, but last night when I was preparing this video, my very top con that I had listed was that sometimes I'll be reading and if I tap the sides, it turns the page, or if I tap on the back, turns the page. Last night when I was going through the settings, I realized that that is a setting. It's an option. You can toggle that on or off. I go into my settings. It's under, is it device options? Yeah, it's under device options in settings. Double tap anywhere on the sides or the back of your device to turn the pages. I thought it was a glitch. I thought it must have been an error with my Kindle. I thought it must have been like the case that I've got on or something was just like accidentally touching the script. I don't know. It's a setting. You can actually turn that off. So yeah, you can just, and there's like more settings in here with different things, which I think is pretty cool, but I'm going to turn that off because I don't use that. And I just like use like sliding on the screen. So there's different ways. You can either just like tap the edge to turn your pages, or you can slide it like a book. And you can also change the setting with how it turns. So you can make it look like it's turning like paper. Also, you can, in settings as well, under screen and brightness, you can show your cover on the lock screen, just in case you're new to having a Kindle and you weren't sure how to do that. So that means when I lock it, it actually shows the cover of the book that I'm reading at the moment. Otherwise, it'll just go through the different Kindle wallpapers. So I liked having that one on there so I can see the cover of the book that I'm reading. So when you're in your book, under the settings down here, and you go to more, there's page turn animations. So it adds an animation between pages to emphasize the page turns. See, if I turn that off, it just like, do you see how it just like straight up just changes the page? Whereas if I put on page turn animations, the difference, it's only a slight difference, and it actually doesn't matter at all. It's just a very slight difference, but preference. I like it. It makes it look more like a page is turning, in my opinion, but yes. So yeah, the double tap thing, it's a setting, not an error with your Kindle. So yes, I've just turned that off, but this whole year, I didn't know that that was a setting. I just thought that was an issue with my Kindle, but so that was my first con. Scratch that off my list. So if you're coming from a reading on your iPad or your phone or something like that, it's slower than those. I don't know if that's obvious, but it doesn't move as quick as like your phone on your iPad. So like, you know, it takes a second to turn on. It takes a bit to like scroll through it. When you like touch it, like there's a bit of a lag, but like that's just how the Kindle is. Like after locking it, it like takes a little bit to lock. Whereas obviously anything on your phone or your iPad is almost instant. I only bring that up because I did come from reading on my iPad, and obviously they're really fast. You know, you press a button and things move straight away. Scrolling through pages, like clicking on a book that I want to read, it's all pretty much instant with an iPad or a phone. Whereas on the Kindle, it like takes a little bit to like think about it. Not an issue at all. It's just I wanted to bring that up just in case you have also come from reading on your phone or on your iPad or something like that and you're expecting it to move as fast as those. It doesn't. The only other con is that there's sort of like I was mentioning before with Kindle Unlimited, not all books are on Kindle Unlimited, and the only books that you can get on your Kindle is through Amazon. So if a book isn't on Amazon, it might not be on there. Another option that you have instead of a Kindle, there could be a bunch out there, I don't know, but a competitor is Kobo. I did look into the Kobo before. I ended up settling on a Kindle, but Kobo, apparently there's a lot more flexibility with where you can get books from. They've also got their own subscription service, except apparently I've heard that it's not that great. Like Amazon or Kindle Unlimited has a wider range of books than what it does on the Kobo library. You can also, with a Kobo, I believe there's more flexibility where you can get your books from and what format the books are in. Kobo could be a better option for you if you don't like the options that are on Amazon, or if for some reason you don't want to support Amazon, Kobo could be a better option for you. I settled on a Kindle. A few reasons. It was on the Prime Day sales and it was a huge discount, so I wanted to get it then. I did a lot of research into the difference, and because I was planning on getting Kindle Unlimited because of the wide range of books, and I'm happy to pay for like that subscription, I've heard, yeah, that the Kobo subscription doesn't have as many books as what Kindle Unlimited does. So that was a big selling point for me. But that's all my notes that I have on the Kindle today, actually. If you have any questions about anything with my experience with the Kindle or what you can and can't do, feel free to let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, also please feel free to give it a like. And if you would like to see more of my face, head on over to my channel and click subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. And I will see you next week for my... What's next week? Next week will be my reading wrap up, my July reading wrap up. So stay tuned for that and I'll see you then. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, bye.